Please tell us about what it was all about in your keynote speech today, international meeting trends and how to be competitive.
It's a personal viewpoint. What I was trying to do was to fundamentally change the way that the audience looks at the meetings business. I was trying to make sure that people don't think of meetings simply as a small section of tourism, because often meetings is seen as part of tourism, because the delegates stay in hotels, they go to restaurants, they go shopping, they look like tourists, and so they're treated as part of tourism. The reality is that the money that is spent by those delegates is only a small proportion of the economic impact that they really have on a destination, because people meet for a purpose. They meet to transfer knowledge, to create new knowledge, to provide business opportunities for the members of the organization or for the delegates. And so all of these things have a much more positive impact on the local destination than simply the money they spend. The example I gave in the keynote presentation was I had a conversation with an Australian professor a couple of years ago who had won the World Genetics Conference to take place in Australia, in Melbourne. And he said, Martin, frankly, I don't give a damn about how much my delegates spend in Australia. To me, that's irrelevant. What's relevant is two things. Firstly, that when this conference takes place outside Australia, only 40 or 50 Australian postgraduates, the best students in this field, are able to attend. When we held the event in Melbourne, we arranged it so that 800 postgraduate level students, the top students across the whole of Australia, were able to participate and learn from the best minds in the business. So that was one thing. It allowed a massive acceleration of the high-level learning in that very competitive field. The second value for him was that this conference brings together all of the venture capitalists as well, the people who put the capital investment into cutting-edge genetic research. And all of those people with the money were able to see the cutting-edge research which was happening in laboratories all over Australia. And so they were able to attract international investment, millions, tens of millions of dollars of extra international investment. And here's where it got really interesting. And this wasn't actually expected to begin with. Because the international investors were identifying the leading research establishments, the Australian government realized much more clearly what they had. And so they increased their funding for this research, the research as well. So as well as the private sector investment, they also attracted government investment from their own government purely by having that meeting there.